Welcome back to the Britball YouTube channel, everyone. We are carrying on our series as usual, and we're covering the New Orleans Saints today. So there's a lot of ups and downs with this actually for a team that's always hanging around, always getting in the playoffs, but they haven't drafted that well. So let's get straight into it.
Oh no, we have a little message.
Yeah, do the message.
So if anyone who has followed previous videos knows we like a little heartfelt message, and it comes from both our hearts, and that is, if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, then please give it a sub, because it means the world to us.
Yep.
Bye.
So first off, we have Cesar Ruiz. I remember this being a pretty surprising pick. I think a lot of people had him going to the Seahawks last year in the draft. But and everyone knew that they just paid Peat a load of money. They have Ramczyk already, so O-line wasn't too much of a need. But he's actually come in handy pretty well this year. He has been like an emergency option in a few places, covering for injuries and all of that. And he has excelled with the run game and Alvin Kamara. They did turn a bit into a run-first team when Breeze got injured, and he could unlock the run game really well with him. He was a bit weak in the pass game, but I'm sure he'll be able to develop. We're not going to give him a too high of a grade because he hasn't started.
He's been rotational.
Yeah, he's been rotational. It's a first round pick, and he's not that good at pass blocking, so we're not going to give him a high grade, but he could develop into a good piece in the future.
Yeah, he's just a talent for the future. They didn't need him now, they're just drafting ahead, and they need it, considering how much they've cut their roster they've just cut. But I'm going to move on to Marcus Davenport. Not very good, is he? 37 games, 14 starts, 12 sacks. He was an inconsistent rookie. His inconsistent rookie season, was followed by a rising form in the second. He did have the speed, he had the strength, he did have the burst to become an elite pass rusher, but it never materialised. In 2020, he regressed heavily due to injuries yet again. It has been a common theme throughout his career, injuries. By the end of 2020, he was the third edge rusher on the edge rusher chart in terms of depth.
Oh my God, stepped up.
Yeah, and they started one game in 2020. He does have the intangibles to become an impact player, but he is very inconsistent, always injured to date so far, and he isn't getting back into the starting lineup anytime soon. So, unfortunately,
maybe now that Hendrickson's gone to the Bengals, maybe he can step up.
That's the only blessing he's got at the moment, I'm afraid.
Yep. Okay, next we've got Lattimore. So this was it's a very good pick in a good cornerback class. We're going to ignore the recent rumours or like criminal stuff that's going on, because you don't know whether it's all true. It's all alleged right now, so the jury is literally still out on that, and you don't know whether he'll be locked up next year or he'll be looking up other wide receivers. So let's see with that. But so far, he's hit the ground running. Defensive Rookie of the Year, 3-time Pro Bowler. I do think he's a tad overrated. Like, he's not that consistent, but some receivers he just seems to lock down really hard. Like Mike Evans, he owns Mike Evans. And some, like, he can really get unravelled against some bad teams sometimes. But no, he's a very good player. He's one of the top corners. We'll give him an A.
Yeah, the only thing I've got to say is that I've also got the exact same notes, is that he does live off reputation a bit as opposed to ability. But he's a household name, people know who he is.
Yeah, his reputation precedes him,
but it
100%.
It does carry a little bit more than what he's deserved, but an A is an A.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Ramczyk, at least I think that's how you say it, A+, easily one of the best offensive tackles in the league. No shadow of a doubt, he is as good in pass protection as he is in run blocking. There's a reason why the Saints had the 6th best rushing offense in the league last season, is because they favoured the right side when they were running, because he was there. He's that good. He's a first-team All-Pro in 2019, and he's played every single game in his career so far, apart from one. So he's completely reliable, very consistent. He allowed 2 sacks. That's nothing really, is it? He did have some rookie issues, but as you can see, as the years have gone on, he's just corrected them bit by bit, and he's turned into one of the best. So it's a home run of a pick.
Yeah, and we love a good O-line pick, so we're slapping it an A star. or an A+. This me?
Yes, you.
Okay, next we got Sheldon Rankins. I've really just underwhelming player. Like,
Yeah.
when you take him with Kenny Clark, and yeah, he's just an inferior player to him. He's never really clicked. He's never really produced, and he's been shifted around a few times, been rotated a few times, but never been able to really gel with the Saints. And overall, we're just going to give him a D. He's never really hit the ground running at all.
Yeah, he did have a great 2018 campaign. Well, I say great. He had a very productive 2018 campaign, helping the defence go from 31st to 10th in terms of scoring. But apart from that, his career has just been plagued by injuries, and he has not been able to get consistency at all. Andrus Peat, A-. 78 games in the 6 seasons he's been there, and he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He's part of an offensive line that has been very consistent and one of the best for a while. Upon signing a new contract in 2020, he ranked 69th amongst 80th in guards, however, in 2019 when he did sign it. So he has been paid a huge contract, and he does get carried a little bit. I say a little bit, probably a fair amount, I'd say, from the people around him, because he is not average. He's above average, but
only slightly.
He's not as good as the stats say, I think, and we both agree on this, is that he is being carried by those around him as opposed to him being a standout. But you don't get 3 times Pro Bowler just from the players around you. He's obviously done stuff well. It's just, I think, a little bit overhyped, this person.
Yeah, I think the Saints might be slipping a bit of money to the NFL, because why is Pete getting 3-time Pro Bowler? Same with Lattimore. I mean, it's a bit odd. You've got some really good players in the league, and there's a lot of guards that are better than Pete.
Yeah, I mean, in 2020 he gave up 4 sacks and 4 penalties, as you can see with his PFF rating. So he isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Oh God, good luck.
Next we've got Stephan Anthony, who I did not know. I did not know who this guy was. I'll admit it, before researching this video. This guy he's out of the league right now. He barely has pieced together a series of starts. He's just been a rotational or special teams guy. As you can see, his last playing season, he had 12 games, just 1 solo tackle. So it's definitely just played like sparingly, barely ever playing. And it's just like one of them Saints picks that never really hits the ground running, and then injured, a couple locker room issues, and then all of a sudden he's out of the league because no one wants him. So it is it's hard when you're picking really late a lot of the time, like the Saints are. But yeah, this is a total bust. So, and that covers it.
That is the New Orleans Saints. They had quite a few picks. They had 7, I believe, in the past 5 years.
Yeah, they do like pulling out a really bad pick every now and again. Yeah. But overall, they're pretty smart, and they've done well considering they're picking at the back end of the draft a lot of times. Yeah. So you got to give it to them in that respect. But yeah, maybe the Saints will be going a bit downhill now.
Yeah, well, that is unfortunate, but you went all in on Breezy's last year, and it's now cost you this year, and no one can say they've been surprised, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so maybe the bubbles burst, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, next video is the much anticipated video covering Ollie's Carolina Panthers, which, as you can see, he's wearing it right now.
I'm excited.
So tune into the video, it'll be oozing with passion. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.